Well, hello there, everyone. This is Bob Barton, the RCSubGuy with the NautilusDryDocks.com, and this is my weekly update video. What you're going to see coming up here. We've got a conversion of a stock Thundertiger Neptune into a Steampunk Neptune for a good customer. We're going to be finishing up taking a look at this epic 196 scale LA submarine. It used to be a mystery, but it's no longer. And we're going to begin setting up a 100 millimeter dual tank watertight cylinder from R&R Engineering. It's a short week this week for me. Renee and I are heading out for work on Thursday, so let's just show you everything we're managed to get done here. Alright, it is Sunday, first day after the release of my last video, so it's like the beginning of the work week on a Sunday. Just got to finish up this salon here. We got these, bare Bondo sections, and I just want to cover it up with a little brown paint. We're gonna attempt to matchify the paint to the rest to the best of our ability. Then this will be drying over the course of the day. You can pack it up, ship it out tomorrow. So I'm going to quickly paint this up, and we'll get on to some other cool stuff. If you guys were watching last week's video, you'll have seen I had a mystery LA. And like the good internet community that you are, you solved the mystery. So this is what I ended up with. This beautiful 96th Flight 3 Los Angeles, so the 688i for improved. And we went through it last week and kind of figured out how it all worked and got it all rigged up. This week is going to see it in the water for trimming. But the mystery is solved. There was somebody that posted up online and they're like, it looks like Walter Berggren's boat. And he sent me a link for video that was put up about 9 years ago, when Walter was building this thing out. So not only is the mystery solved in terms of who built it, but he goes into the whole deal about how it works. So you'll see I changed up a few things. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, I don't know. But at least we'll know his original intentions. Look for Cool Model Guy on YouTube, and doesn't look like he's done anything with Submarine for a while. He's into some airplane stuff. I think I remember seeing he's building a water balloon bomb. I don't know. It's super cool stuff. So again, looking back to last week, you'll have seen that I did the Thundertiger Seawolf. Got that out of here. But there was another gentleman that glommed onto the Thundertiger deal because he wanted him for his grandchildren to run a koi pond, of all things. And he basically cleared me out of all my Neptunes. One needs to go stock. The Helldiver I've already shipped out. And one needs to get modified. We got the modified one here in front of me right now. Let's take a look and see what we're working with and what we're going to do. So this is a stock-ish Thundertiger Neptune. Again, got from Dave Ruiz. Apparently it's fully sorted. And I will say, so far, things are looking awfully good. Got the Futaba Sky Sport radio. Pretty standard. You know what I mean? Just turned this thing on and, well, it all works. We got functional rudders. We got functional dive planes. We got functional throttle. Man, that thing sounds like a starship from Star Wars or something like that. And we got pumpage. Everything works. But now we need to turn it from a bright yellow potato into a cool looking steampunk submarine. So all of this is going to be cosmetic, and showed you the new tower here that we're going to be running with, and that just whoop, drops on top once we get everything all painted. So what we got to do now is take this apart. Unfortunately, the Thundertiger is very, very easy to take apart, and I know this because I've done it about 853 million times. To start with, we can just pop this off in 3 screws. You know what? Why am I doing this by hand? Why am I doing this by hand? 1, 2, 3. And we got our dome taken out. Now we're going to do the same thing for the windows. But you know what? I think we might just leave those windows in. Boop. Done. Now let's take the shell off. In order to do this, you gotta undo all the linkages. But fortunately, very easy to do. Back out some screws here. We take the, you know what? The rudder can stay on too. What am I doing? I'm making so much more work for myself than I need to. Loosen, loosen, off, off, take on, move. It does. Look at that. But before all that can come off, you got to take the proppage off. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Done. Oh, we got greasage in here. This was a pre-greased. I gotta wipe this clean. I'm gonna get my fingers all goopy. This is a brushless motor upgraded unit. Look at this. I like it. Max power. Oh yeah, Outrunner. Look at that. Super slick, man. That's so cool. All right, I'm gonna take the rest of this body off, and then we're gonna see what we got to work with. Throwing some paint, just primer. We're getting the hull all primed out, and oh my gosh, I missed a whole side there. But we're getting ready for the paint, which is gonna be hammered copper, I think. Yeah, hammered copper, same as the last time, because that turned out so cool, really unique. So we're just gonna let that dry, pull it inside. Once the worst of the fumes are off, I can open up the door and get the humidity out of here, because this is Texas, and if it wasn't 100% humidity, it wouldn't be Texas anymore. You know, since this Neptune is basically naked right now, let's just take 2 minutes and just go through what the insides look like. If you've seen my videos before, you may have seen some of this already, but if not, this is what the guts of a Neptune look like. So starting up at the front, you got your forward bulkhead here. And this finishes off the pressure vessel. That's all of this. And this is, you know, about a mile thick. Realistically, this would be good for like 100 feet or something. It's just incredible. On-off switch, and then this is a switch for power for the unused camera system. Charging point ports, fuse, kind of cool. You got your main dive control board in there, and that does a couple of things. There's a water sensor in there, down here in the bottom. That's not hooked up. Oh no, it is. So these little ports right here is a leak sensor. But it has a water detector switch, it's got a pressure switch, and of course it controls the bow system. So a few different things going on in there. There's our receiver, 75 megahertz receiver that pairs up to the sky port. Our ballast bag. Hiding underneath here is our battery, which it looks like slipped forward. So when we get this off, we need to jam that back into place. Of course, it was probably badly manipulated during shipping. There's your main ballast pump. That's a big peristaltic pump. Electronic speed controller for the brushless motor in the back, and then the 2 servos for dive planes and rudder. That's pretty well it. Exceptionally robust, easy to work on. You know, I can't say enough good things about it. But that's it. It's all naked. You know, we can blur out parts that you're not supposed to see on public videos. Steampunk Thundertiger Neptune has her base coat of paint. Same color as before, hammered copper. You know, it's got that really neat hammered texture to it. I kind of like it. Well, I do like it. I like it a lot. Rather than going silver, though, we went with this. What is this? Brilliant metal finish. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a bronze color. I think that's going to look neat. It won't be quite as like in your face as the silver was. So this has all been painted, and I just need to go and get my banding, my strapping, to make that, look really cool, and then bust out the old airbrush and do that. How did we get spider webs on there already? Holy cow. And then we'll be putting everything back together again. And you all know, all of my projects go very quickly without any problems whatsoever. So, yeah, we should be able to get this one knocked out right away, right? And it's Monday. Normal work week for most people. If you're not crazy like me. I got the boat kind of back together again. Used 1/8 inch by 1/4 inch foam tape for the seams, whereas before I used zip ties in my other build. The problem is that stuff's made out of like nylon or Teflon or some on plastic that glue does not stick to. So this actually works really good. I like the texture of it. And once we get the sail on, or tower, I guess this would be a tower, we'll do a little highlighting with the airbrush, and we'll be good. But what I'm working on right now is a mounting method for the sail. Let's take a look. So the way this works, which is pretty slick, this just sits on top like that. I had to notch the little ridge there so that it fits. And I put the center of mass of the tower on the center of the ballast tank, which is right in the middle of the boat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install these nutsert or threaded inserts behind there, and we're going to use a big M6 stainless bolt that just goes bloop, bloop on both sides, and that's it. 2 little bolts, and the whole thing pops right off. It'll be slick as snot. All right, these, by the way, are called rivet nuts. I just looked it up. They're called rivet nuts, if you're ever looking to grab one. Heated them up, press fit them in there. Thing to note, there's going to be no like force trying to pull them out or anything. So the only thing they're going to need to do is stop it from lifting. So the idea here, let's see, did I actually do this? Oh, fits. Okay. Does the whole line up? Yeah, kind of does. Sure. You just got to put this in and screw it in, and it'll hold it on. And it looks kind of cool too. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to start painting up the detail parts on all these various guns and smokestacks and get it looking like a boat. So I painted up the tower, and I think it's looking good. The only thing I left to do now, I got to get one more little strip of tape on the other side. I ran out, but it'll be here today. And then a little bit of airbrushing to weather it up a little bit. Just to dirty it up just a little bit. And then it's ready for the pond. It's going to be ready to head out and do its thing, which is probably sink to the bottom of the pond, never to be found again. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm not. Final thoughts before we shut the shop down for the morning. Giannis is coming today, the new owner of the Texas. So I spent a little bit of time this morning just dressing things up. There were tiny little rust spots I just wanted to touch up and make look better. There was a little mark on the bow I just wanted to touch up there, and that's looking better now. We're leaving the cylinder apart. And guess what? He gets to put it together. When he leaves here, he's going to understand how this works and how it goes together, because you know what happens when I do that? It saves me 185 emails and phone calls later on. Always, always, always recommend somebody come out here, pick the boat up. We can go through it together. You can understand it fully. It saves all the shipping hassles and the risk of damage and the risk of loss. So if you ever get a boat from me, come pick it up. Just pick it up. Allocate the time. Come out and pick it up. It's absolutely worth it. I'm going to get this put back together again so it looks all fancy for when he shows up. And we'll shut the shop down. I didn't get the LA and the water on the weekend. We were doing family things with the family. And that took priority. But it's ready, in theory, if we get some time this week. We'll get it wet. I promise. So Texas is back in the lake with the ducks. And we got a happy new owner. You look a little tense. You gotta loosen up. Loosen up.
That's an understatement. After the experiences of this boat. Yes, it's going fast. You're way faster. Okay, look at it.
So now what we're doing is we're looking to see if there's been any trim changes. Is it sitting lower in the front? Is it sitting lower in the back? Does it look weird? And to me, it looks about right.
To me, it looks like about right as well.
This is just basically, we've done a lap and we're just going to check intuitively, does it feel like we're sucking in any water? You know, is there a massive leak or anything like that? And it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
So it feels like we're in good shape. So when I test my boat, I always do one lap surfaced. And you come back and you check it and you make sure that everything is cool,
looks good.
which it looks like it is. That buoy's a pain in the butt. We're gonna worry about those wires, but we'll be okay.
I know. But
so now what we can do, we can back up and we can try and straighten out, and we'll do another lap, and then when we come past, we'll try dropping down to submerged trim. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna bring it back in. We're gonna stop it right about here.
okay.
And then we're gonna...
Should I make it parallel?
Yeah. And then we're gonna vent ballast and see what she does. I would go a little closer to us, because if for whatever reason it ended up negatively ballasted, we'd be waiting out
Right.
to get it. So
Let's
do another lap and like bring it out to like here, right in front of us.
Okay.
There you go. A lot of this is just going to be familiarity with the transmitter, you'll get there. And it's Thursday, and I'm wearing bright orange shirt so you don't miss me. This is a shirt I designed for my normal work. In case you're wondering, it says, "Here only the ground gives way." You're going to notice something. There's a big empty spot where the USS Texas once stood. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Texas is out of the shop and in the hands of its new owner, Giannis. And I have to say, I had a great time with him. He's a super interesting person. Both he and his wife, Athena, are amazing people. We had dinner the other night when they came by to pick it up. So yeah, we had a great time. And the Texas is gone, which means we've got a big empty hole for another project. But before we get there, he left me a box of goodies. He said he no longer needs. So we're gonna tear into this and see what he left me. Well, this is pretty cool. It's just kind of like miscellaneous stuff. He said he doesn't need anymore. Stir sticks. You can always use stir sticks. Oh, little chip brushes. A lot of this stuff I think is for fiberglassing. 2-inch chip brushes. Yeah. Oh, we got some fiberglassing rollers. That's good for getting all the air bubbles out. You see how these are made? They got little ridges on the inside, so you can roll out all your air bubbles. Little plastic scrapers, fiberglass cloth. Looks like maybe 8 ounce. Some cups. Yes. Oh, and more of the same. Oh, we got little dispensers for ratios and stuff. And there's the epoxy. Epoxy, medium hardener, high performance from Total Boat. Nice. That was awful gracious of them. That's a lot of dollars worth of stuff there, I would be willing to bet. Now I just need to find a place to put it all. We're going to jump back on the Steampunk Neptune and see if we can knock that out, get it ready for the water so we can put it in at the same time as my Mystery LA, which isn't a mystery anymore. Last step for the Steampunk Thundertiger Neptune is the application of some airbrushing along the seams. So, I mean, it looks fine now, but we just want to just age it up a little bit, give it a little bit of a patina. And so we're going to use the old trusty Posh airbrush here and just highlight around the panel lines and everything, just to kind of weather it up a little bit. And that will bring it from this to this. Look at that. totally transformed it. I think it looks super cool. What a neat looking boat. I'm glad I had a chance to revisit it. I kind of like it better with the bronze rather than the silver. It's a little more, I don't know, a little more realistic, a little less cartoony, I think. I don't know. What do you think? So both of those boats are now slated for wet testing at the Top Secret Test Facility. We got the 96 LA and we've got the Steampunk Neptune that both need to go in there. So that's going to need to wait till next week. Because, by the way, Renee and I are leaving for a business trip tomorrow morning, which was, wait, today's Wednesday, not Thursday. Holy hell, people. We're going to be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to be making this video tonight and releasing it early. And then picking things back up again bright and early Monday. But Renee's continuing her work in there, so I'm going to have a lot of extra time in the shop. Time to get on this cylinder. So this is the next project. Yes, another cylinder setup. And I promised you guys that I wasn't going to be doing another one of these. And I told the customer this, and I said, look, if you want me to put it together, it's going to be this crazy price. And he's like, you know what? That crazy price is okay. So I'm like, well, if he's going to pay me a crazy price, I'll put it together for him. So I'm going to have a separate video on this. It'll be a step-by-step walkthrough in this weekly summary video. It may be like just like cutscenes, so you don't have to get bored with the whole thing. If you really want the intimate little nitty-gritty details, you'll have to watch the other video. All right, let's get started. So we're going to pull off our uncut ballast hose here from both sides. You got to kind of just wiggle, and then it just pops out. Wiggle, wiggle. Just grab it by the ballast tank. Just give it a little round and round. Bloop. Out it comes. We don't need this at all. Servo's been centered and are finished. Servos testing nice and smooth, no binding. Same deal with the forward servos. So I'm going to go ahead and trace this out, and we're going to bust out my ultrasonic cutter. That's what the pocket looks like. Just drops in. Boop. Like that. Do you need to do all of these modifications? Do you need to use the battery I'm using? Absolutely not. And if you think you need to follow it religiously and you start to throw yourself into convulsions if you can't find the exact right parts, just chill. Just take a chill pill. It's fine. Get something similar. It'll still work. Modify accordingly and you'll be just fine. Next up, remote switch. Here is my heat shrunkified remote switch. And this is kind of where we're leaving off with this cylinder here this week until I get back next week. Battery's installed. Remote switch is installed. Servos are all installed. So we're going to be getting on to speed controllers and everything next week once I'm back. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that is going to be where we leave it off this week because I'm out of time. Got to get to my real job, and then first thing tomorrow morning, head to the airport. What you can look forward to next week. In the Top Secret Test Facility, we will have our Steampunk Neptune. We will have our 96 Mystery LA, which is not a mystery. And we're going to be finishing up our watertight cylinder. Hopefully, maybe, we're going to have some time to continue work on our poor Hunt for Red October submarine. I keep getting these little pain in the ass jobs that come in and delay me from what I should be doing. But I'm going to make a promise. We're going to get that thing in the water, and soon. So with that, we're going to just leave you right off. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. It helps my channel out a lot. It means I can reach out to more people and put more cool videos out for you guys. Drop your comments down below. Send me an email. Do all of the stuff you want to do. And I'll leave you here. You have a great rest of your day, and as always, we will catch you next time.